Greetings, fellow carbon-based bipeds. I am Scott Rose, and you are watching Explosions and Stuff. Today, I'll be reviewing the 2013 film Born Wild, starring William Shockley, Tanya Clark, Justin Dealey, and Kix Brooks. An overview of the movie? After being released from prison, biker C.J. Jenkins returns to his hometown of Banshee, Texas, because of an urgent telegram he received. Once there, the ghosts of his past begin to surface, and Jenkins has to deal with the results of his actions. The pros of this movie? Well, first of all, the soundtrack of this movie just fit it beautifully. Lots of country, lots of steel guitar, lots of southern rock to give it that nice down-home Texas biker kind of feel. I really loved the soundtrack in this movie. It did a great job of giving you that kind of feeling and that biker feeling that you want to have in this movie. Also, I thought the movie was very well written. The dialogue was believable. It was understandable. People would actually say these kinds of things. The story made sense. It was very well written. Also, the practical effects in this movie were spectacular. The gunshots look good. The cuts look good. At one point, the guy's sitting there shoving a knife into his hand, and he cuts off his own thumb, and you watch the knife go into his hand, and it looks spectacular, and you know as soon as you see that, business is picking up. I love that. Also, one of my favorite things about the movie, and really it's more just what I like to see in movies, there was an unexpected headbutt. Now, I love unexpected headbutts. People are just sitting there nice and calm and having a conversation, then wham! Headbutt, breaking a guy's nose. And that was in this movie, and I loved it. The cons of this movie? Well, first of all, this movie was billed and advertised and built up as an edge-of-your-seat action movie with bikers and gunfights and explosions and blood and there was one action scene in this movie. Yeah, there were some little 10 to 30 second little blurbs of scuffles and stuff like that. But really, there was one action scene in this action movie. No, they did it wrong. Horrible action in this movie. There wasn't any. It was like, this movie was an hour and 45 minutes long. The first action scene in this movie showed up at the hour and 20 minutes point. No, that's too long to go for action. Put it in there sooner. Make more action in this action movie. They did it wrong. Also, the love interest in this movie was one of the most unlikable characters I've ever seen in any movie. And you're supposed to like her. She's the love interest. She's the girl who's supposed to end up with the main hero, and she does, spoiler alert, but you're supposed to like her, and you're supposed to root for them two to get together. And she's just this unlikable bitch the entire movie. There's times when she's supposed to be crying, but you can't tell if she's crying or if she's laughing. Her brother just committed suicide. Oh, but it looks like she's laughing, and it sounds like she's laughing, and it looks like she's smiling. She's either bitching at somebody or she's crying the entire movie. Write that character better. Get someone better to play her. And to tie into that, this movie had a lot of really stiff acting. A lot of it. And by that I mean, I understand this was a low-budget movie, very low budget, but you can hire some better people to act who can actually express some sort of emotion and not just, this is what emotions are supposed to look like. You can actually get people to act for cheap. It can be done. The Asylum's been doing it for over 10 years. Get better actors. Moving on, this was advertised as a biker movie. The trailer makes it look like it's a biker movie. It's got a biker on the cover, on the poster art. Why the hell were there only 4 bikers in this entire movie? Seriously. There's 2 bikers. There's the main hero is a biker, and his buddy is a biker, but he dies like half hour into the movie. Not really a spoiler. It's only halfway in. It's only half hour into the movie. The other two bikers in this movie are only on screen for at most 5 minutes before they just go away. Like, there's this threat of repercussions from this guy's former biker club, and the guys from the biker club come in and threaten him, but they never do anything. Seriously, they missed a great opportunity with just not having any bikers. Also, about halfway into the movie, there's no motorcycles in it. They just give up on the whole biker angle of this movie. I'm sorry, but if you're pitching this to me as a biker movie, you gotta at least have a motorcycle in the entire thing. Do it right! The best action scene in the movie? There's only one action scene in this movie, so by default, I guess that is the best one. My overall thoughts on the movie? This movie is decent as a drama, but it's horrible as an action movie. Because of the nature of my channel, I have to rate it as an action movie, so I gotta give it 2 thumbs down. This movie had great potential with having Jenkins' former club come into town, wreck stuff, and force him to fight them off. Instead, they completely throw the biker aspect out of the movie after about 15 minutes and focused on just reuniting the family. If you want a drama, this is a decent movie. But if what you want is an action movie, don't bother with Born Wild. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel for new action movie reviews posted every week. Also, if you have any recommendations for movies you would like me to review in the future, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you, and have a nice day. After being released from prison, biker C.J. Jenkins returns to his hometown. His hometown? Really? His fucking hometown? The hell's wrong with me?